YouTube channel. Topics which are beyond our courses and topics that will enrich your knowledge. Hey folks, Rachna Ranade here, and I welcome you all to our Teachers Special Day 3 of the live stream. Okay, today I started the stream just 5 minutes earlier on Instagram. So those who are watching on Instagram, now please shift to YouTube. Okay, because on YouTube I'll be able to present my screen when I'll be able to show my exact presentation to you all. So if you want to watch the live stream properly with the full presentation, join me on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, CA Rachna Fadke Ranade. Okay, so one more time I'm repeating, CA Rachna Fadke Ranade is the live stream link, is my channel, sorry. That's where you can join immediately. Then only will you be able to get the full feeling of how we are discussing about NFOs. Okay, chalo jaldi jaldi, I'm waiting for everyone. Almost 750 watching me on Instagram. I'm signing off from Instagram. I'm joining on YouTube. Bye-bye. See you all on YouTube. All right. I just thought of doing this for those who do follow me on Instagram as well. I just thought that there might be few people who are not really aware about these live streams. So I should also be telling them that, yes, we do live streams every single day. And today's lecture is going to be on NFOs. But before we start on NFOs, people are saying, hello, Rachna ma'am, hi. Sandeep says, one more new t-shirt color, yay. Yes, that's the third color in which we have come up with the t-shirt. One is a white, gray, blue, which I wore yesterday, and black to hai hai, right? Today there is some special thing coming up for shirts and diaries at the end of the stream as well. So stay till the end, okay? Roll number 5, Jayesh, present. And who is roll number 7? Jayesh, you are roll number 7 and 5 both. You are surely doing a proxy here. Anyone else who has assigned a roll number to themselves only? Anyone? Ankit says hello, ma'am. Say present, ma'am. Don't say hello, ma'am. Say present, teacher. Say present, ma'am. Neeta says present. Abhijit says 420. 420 ऐसे ही करो अभिजीत. Sachin says present, ma'am. Devdeep says present. Raj Bhatia says hashtag 420. ऐसे ही करो. Priyesh Kumar, roll number 11. Fantastic. Shridha says roll number 0. क्या बात है. Vaibhav, roll number 1 present. Nayan Shah has given roll number 7025. क्या बात है. Who's that? Sanjay Gupta says I am not 7. Fantastic. Ravindra says, where do I get this t-shirt? Ravindra, I'm going to talk about how you can get this t-shirt at the end of the stream. So first you have to focus on the stream. First you have to understand the topic very well. Topic is about NFOs. It's a very good topic. So we will talk about that first, and then I'll talk about my t-shirt. Ankit says roll number 8000. I was absent for 3 days, present for today. Homework done for first and second class in the morning. क्या बात है, क्या बात है. अंकित, इतना स्कूल टीचर को बताया था क्या कभी? Pratham, roll number 10 is present. Omkar says new admission. Wow, we have got such a huge talent in the class. Every day we are getting some amazing comments. New admission. Okay, fantastic. Okay, right. So with this basic Rachna means essay in Odia language. Acha, really? Possible? Okay, chalo. So with that, acha, there are 2 Jayeshes in the class. Okay. Got it. Chalo, so shall we move on? Shall we start with today's discussion on NFOs? So if you want that I should start right away, just say yes. And if you say yes, we are going to start right away. Chalo, everyone, Hazar ma'am, okay, say yes. Present ma'am, kada late aata ha. After 7 days, will there be any board exam? Have not at least planned as of now. Okay. Likes, Vaibhav says first there should be likes. No. Likes at the end. If you like it, then only like. Okay, now people are saying, yeah, start, yes. Okay, chalo. So without any further ado, let's start. I'll just quickly share my screen. Share screen, and there we go. Chalo, let me just present this screen. And I just need to check it once on YouTube whether it's showing up properly or not. And then I will start discussing today's topic. So just give me half a minute. Acha, that disclaimer slide is bothering. Okay, 1 minute. Just a second. Okay. Now going to PPT and full screen. So just 1 second quickly. Let me see if Jeevan is a backbencher. Okay. Is it showing up properly? Yes, it is. Chalo. So let's start with this. Today we're going to talk about what are NFOs, and we are also going to talk about top 5 things that we should check before investing in NFOs, right? So let's start right away. The very first one is a base introduction to the topic. I'm sure that everyone, the moment I say NFO, first thing you can correlate to is an IPO. Okay, what is an IPO? IPO is an initial public offer, and NFO is a new fund offer. Like a company comes up with an IPO, company is wanting to issue the shares of their company for the very first time to the public. Then they say we are coming up with an IPO of shares. Similarly, if a mutual fund wants to come up with the units of their mutual fund for the very first time, then we say that it's the NFO of any mutual fund. Is that simple and clear? Yes. So are there any NFOs which are currently open in the market for subscription? Answer is again yes. How many NFOs are open? HSBC Midcap Fund. We have Axis Value Fund, Mirai Asset S&P 500 Top 50 ETF. We have ICICI Pru Alpha Low Volume 30 ETF Fund of Funds, Baroda Business Cycle Fund, and all these NFOs that I discussed right now all have just been opened up for subscription. Okay, so actually IPOs are raining. We had 2 IPOs in this month. We are hardly not even first 10 days into this month, but 2 IPOs have come already. Similarly, 5 NFOs have come already. Okay, so let's come to what is the base significance of NFOs. As I mentioned, whenever any AMC is what? Asset management company. Okay, so everyone just pay attention. I have already discussed this in my first lecture on YouTube. But let me just quickly repeat it for you all. One is a mutual fund and one is an AMC. Okay, 100% attention. Guys, please stop putting anything in the comment section. Okay, I want everyone to focus on whatever I'm saying. No comments henceforth, please, for the next 10 minutes. Okay, 100% focus I want. Here we have a mutual fund and here we have an AMC. I'll give you a simple example. HDFC is a mutual fund and HDFC AMC is its AMC. What is an AMC? It's an asset management company. Okay. Now you might be wondering what is the role of this AMC? As the name itself suggests, AMC manages the assets. Okay. Manages the assets means what? They will decide, the HDFC AMC will decide that if so much money is collected from the investors, okay, then which stock shall we buy? Shall we buy some debentures or not? Shall we buy some large cap funds? Shall we buy some mid cap funds? Shall we buy some small cap funds? Who is going to take the decision? The decision is going to be taken by AMC. It is the asset management company. But then you might be wondering, let's understand the process all in all. I am a normal investor. I want to invest in a mutual fund. Can I decide whether my money should go in stocks, my money should go in debentures, or is the AMC completely going to have a control over that? Answer is I have a control over that. Why? I can choose what type of mutual fund I want to invest into. Okay. For example, I can choose to invest in an equity mutual fund. I can choose to invest in a debt mutual fund. I can choose to invest in a hybrid fund. What do we mean by hybrid fund? Some equity, some debt. Okay, simple till here. One more example I'll say. I'm an investor, and if I say that I want to invest in an equity fund, and in that also I can specify I want to invest in I want to invest in a large cap equity fund. I want to invest in a mid cap equity fund. I want to invest in a small cap equity fund. Okay. So does an investor have a control over where his or her money should be parked? Answer is absolutely yes. So please understand, As an investor, I said that, okay, I want my money to be parked in a large cap fund. Agreed. But then which large cap? Which large caps? Should money be parked in Larsen and Toubro? Should money be parked in HDFC? Should money be parked in HDFC Bank or what? Who takes that decision? That decision is not taken by HDFC Mutual Fund. That decision is taken by HDFC Mutual Fund's AMC. HDFC AMC takes that decision. Is it absolutely clear till here? Okay. So one last time I'm telling you, I as an investor, I will decide, okay, I want to invest in an equity fund. I want to invest in a large cap equity fund. But finally, the AMC decides in large cap, which large caps will be chosen. When will you buy these large caps? When will you sell these large caps? Each and every decision of this kind is taken by the AMC. AMC means finally the fund manager will take a decision. Okay, but fund manager is an employee of whom? Fund manager is not an employee of HDFC Mutual Fund. Fund manager is an employee of HDFC AMC. So I hope you have understood what's an AMC. So whenever an NFO is to be launched, NFO is what? New fund offer is to be launched. Who launches the NFO? Is it the mutual fund house which launches the NFO, or is it the AMC which launches the NFO? Answer is AMC launches the NFO. So in our example, HDFC is not going to launch the NFO. HDFC AMC will launch the NFO. Ekdam okay till here? Okay. Now one more very important point. Can NFOs be announced for mutual funds of the same category? Means what? Let's understand. It's okay if you can't see the screen, that's absolutely fine. Just pay attention to whatever I'm saying. I never read out screens. Whatever I'm speaking, I'm just speaking impromptu. Okay, so it's fine if you're not able to read the screen properly. Just focus on whatever I'm saying. Coming back to the question, if I'm talking about HDFC AMC, okay, HDFC AMC already has a mutual fund which is focusing on a Nifty 50 mutual fund. So this mutual fund is like an index mutual fund. Mutual fund is going to replicate what? An index. Okay, so please understand one more time. HDFC AMC already has a scheme which replicates Nifty 50. Okay, can HDFC AMC come up with another NFO which focuses again on Nifty 50? I want answer in yes or no in the comment section. I'm repeating the question if you want. I'm talking about a scenario where I'm talking about HDFC AMC. AMC is going to come up with an NFO. HDFC AMC already has a Nifty 50 mutual fund or a Nifty 50 ETF. Okay, can it come up with the same product again just by renaming it, just by giving it a nicer name? Is it possible? Answer is a big no. Absolutely. I'm glad many of you have given a correct answer. Very few people saying yes. Yes is not the correct answer. It's no. Okay, so it's a rule which says that if you have a mutual fund, if you have an ETF in a same category, you cannot repeat it. You will have to come up with something different. In simple words, I guess Rohit has given a very good and quick example. If HDFC AMC has a Nifty 50 ETF, can it come up with Nifty Next 50 ETF? Yes. Or if HDFC AMC has Nifty 50 ka mutual fund, can it come up with Nifty Next 50 ka mutual fund? Yes. Can it come up with Nifty Bank ka mutual fund? Yes. In simple words, the theme has to be different. A mutual fund house cannot ask its AMC to come up with exactly same type of another scheme. Okay, so please understand, whenever an NFO is coming, NFO has to be of a similar theme or of a new theme. It has to be of a new theme. I hope this point is absolutely clear. Recently, Baroda Business Cycle Fund is one of the funds. I'll quickly try and show you, pull up one more screen for you as well. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this or not. I will be able to get a feedback on that. Yes, you will be able to see this. So I do have this link which is pasted in my presentation only. For those who do the homework, you are going to get this presentation. Don't worry. Otherwise, just focus here. I'm sure everyone knows about AMFI. AMFI is Association of Mutual Funds in India, like a regulator to mutual funds, right? Now, please understand. Here you can see DS Baroda Business Cycle Fund. Now, what is this Baroda Business Cycle Fund? I click on this and I want to understand what is about Baroda Business Cycle Fund. If I click on this, then I will be able to understand, is the theme a little bit different or not? What are they wanting to invest into? Okay. Right now, I have an example of Aditya Birla Sun Life Fixed Term Plan Series TL, whatever. So here they'll write what is the objective of the scheme. So whenever an NFO is coming up, please understand that this objective of two schemes have to be different. I hope this is absolutely drilled into your mind now. One mutual fund house, one AMC cannot have two different schemes with the same theme, with the same objective. I hope this is absolutely drilled into your mind. Where can you see the objective? This is where you can see the objective. I've pasted the link in the same presentation. Okay. Chalo, I hope with this basic thing you have understood what is an NFO. But now let me just quickly pull up a difference between IPO versus NFO. Who issues an IPO? A normal company, a limited company will issue an IPO. NFO is issued by whom? AMC. Okay, asset management company. What is issued? When I'm talking about an IPO of a company, shares will be issued. And if I'm talking about an NFO, units of a mutual fund will be issued. Right? Third one is valuation. If you have seen my IPO videos, many a times I've said that the PE valuation is this much, the PB valuation of the company is this much. Can I value a company? Yes. But can I value an NFO? No. Why can't I value an NFO? Please understand. NFO is nothing but a scheme again. What is that NFO scheme going to do? It is going to collect money from you and me and it is going to invest it somewhere. So the NFO in itself doesn't have any valuation. Okay, so I can't do a PE valuation of the NFO, PB valuation of the NFO. Can I do valuation of a company? Yes, because company has its own. They do have their own assets. They do have their own liabilities when they are coming up with an IPO only. Okay, so that is why I can do a valuation of IPOs, but I can't do a valuation of NFOs. Post offering usage of funds is very important. We need to understand what is the company doing with an IPO. So is the company using the IPO proceeds for expansion? Is the company using the IPO proceeds for debt repayment? Again, if you have seen any of my previous IPO videos, I do tell very clearly what is the company wanting to do with the money collected through the IPO proceeds, right? What about the NFO? NFO again very important. NFO, your usage of funds as such is not important. What is very important is that at what level does the fund manager enter into any stock? Okay, so for example, currently market is almost at an all-time high and a new fund comes up. New fund is going to collect people, is going to collect money from people like you and me. Okay, please understand this very practical scenario. Market is at an all-time high. Okay, a new NFO is launched. If you people invest in the NFO, they are going to collect money from you all. And now it is going to invest in the market. At which level? At the all-time high level. Okay. So what is important whenever you're checking the NFO, at what level has the fund house entered into various shares, right? We do have an indicative valuation of a company. We say that the company is valued at whatever lakh rupees, whatever crore rupees, whatever billion rupees. We can have a valuation of any company. We call it as an EV as well, enterprise valuation. I've talked about this in one of my courses. It's okay. But if I'm talking about an NFO, generally NFO, because NFO is not a company, it will not be valued as such. But generally NFO will come with a unit value. Okay, unit value means what? For those who have been investing already, they know that generally NFOs come with a 10 rupees face value. Okay, they'll say that we are going to issue units at rupees 10. Okay, now why 10? Why not 100? Why 1? We are going to discuss that in the next slide. Okay, next one is about the investor classification. We have retail individuals, institutional investors, HNI. Okay, I have talked about again all these types of investors in my IPO videos. In NFOs, we don't have any such classification. Like I can't say that I'm a HNI investor and I'm wanting to invest in NFO. Okay, so in NFOs, there is no separate distinction as such. You're just an investor. Okay. So these are few important points which I wanted to discuss. Last point is, okay, it's not that very important. So I hope you have understood all the key points of differentiation between an IPO and an NFO. So now what we are going to talk in the next part of the video is that if you were to analyze an NFO, could there be some kind of small checklist? Okay, if some NFO comes up, new NFO is coming up in the market. New NFO is not coming. New NFO is like saying, morning breakfast. Okay, so a new fund is hitting the market. Then what can be a basic checklist? At least these 3 points I should check. At least these 5 points I should check before I invest in any NFO. What could be a base checklist? The very first one is an AMC. The example that I give. Also, HDFC AMC is coming up with an NFO. At least the fund house is, at least the AMC is known. Okay, so generally the fund house and the AMC is of the same group company. Okay, so as I gave an example, HDFC AMC, they'll be from the same group company. So check if at least the AMC is well known or not. Do they have a good experience in managing various other funds? Do they have a good growth in its AUM? AUM is nothing but, so let me see if you can give, yeah, FC College, got it. I'm checking out the chats. I want everyone to answer what is the full form of AUM? Chalo, quickly tell me. I'm checking out chats. What is the full form of AUM? Advait has immediately given the correct answer. Assets under management. Very good. Many people have given the answer. Gaurav, Shrida, Sagar Mulik. Yeah, now it's running crazily. AUM is what? Assets under management. So please understand a base thumb rule. Higher AUM, more popular the fund is. So I have given this example in my Magic of Mutual Funds lecture 1, that whenever you are on a highway, okay, and you are not sure that in which restaurant should I stop, in which dhaba should I stop to have my lunch. Generally, what do we do? Acha, outside this dhaba, a lot of vehicles are parked. Huh? Because a lot of vehicles are parked, the dhaba might be famous for its food. So generally, I tend to stop at a dhaba which has a lot of vehicles parked in the parking slot. Same logic I can apply for any mutual fund houses asset under management. Higher the AUM means what? More and more people are investing more and more money in that mutual fund. More and more money they have. It means that more and more people are showing keen interest. Same thing. More and more people in a restaurant, more and more people in a investing in a mutual fund. Like I said, this restaurant might have good food. I might say this mutual fund might be giving good returns. More people are having at least faith on this AUM, on this AMC. Okay, so simple thumb rule I'm telling you. If you don't understand anything about mutual funds, first thing you have to check how much is the AUM, asset under management. What is the thumb rule? Higher the better. I think first point is simple. Second point, check how is the fund manager? Is the fund manager renowned or not? Which schemes the fund manager has managed in the past? Okay, has he given decent enough returns in the previous schemes which he has managed, or he or she has managed? Okay, so understanding the fund manager, his qualification, his experience, all these points are also important while you're doing a base checklist for NFO. Third one is an investment strategy. If you feel that the NFO's investment strategy is to invest only in risk-free assets, only in debt, okay, and if I feel that I'm a very, very risk taker, I'm a big risk taker, then my investment strategy doesn't match. Okay. One more quick example. If I believe that the fund house is investing in growth companies, okay, and I also want to invest in growth companies, can I say that the fund manager strategy and my strategy match? In that case, I should go ahead and invest in that NFO. So please understand, my vision of investing, my thought process of investing, and the fund manager's vision, fund manager's strategy of investing should match. Then and only then I'll have a checkpoint on shortlisting any NFO. Where can we find the strategy? By the way, in the base of a document, at least where is the fund manager going to, invest? What is his strategy going to be? What are his objectives? It's mandatory to discuss. It's mandatory to disclose this in the offer document. Okay. So what you have to do is just read the offer document. Okay, and then you will understand what is the investment strategy of the fund manager. One more very important point. Is there any exit load? I'm sure you might have heard about these terms, entry load and exit load. There are some funds which may charge up exit load if you exit within few days. There could be some mutual funds which might say, if you exit within first 3 months, we will put an exit load on you. If you exit within 6 months, we'll put an exit load on you. So you should be aware in what scenario will you be charged an exit load. And the last point is return and risk potential. Just try and gauge whether your risk potential and your risk appetite and how the mutual fund is investing, whether that matches or not. Going ahead with just last 1 or 2 points remaining now. Why mutual fund NFO start at 10 rupees? Okay, to be really honest, there's no logic behind this. There are so many NFOs which come up at 10 rupees only that there has become an unconscious bias that हर एक तो 10 rupees में ही देता, चलो मैं भी 10 rupees में ही देती हूँ. Okay, everyone gives a 10, I'll also give at 10 rupees. Now, if some mutual fund comes up with 1,000 rupees NAV, people might feel that it's very costly. Or if some mutual fund comes out with a NAV of just 1 rupee, people might feel, gee, 1 rupee, it's very faltu. Something might be wrong with the mutual fund. So it has happened that so many times, so many NFOs have come up at 10 rupees only. We have gotten used to that 10 rupee ka number. Okay. So again, let me tell you, to be really honest, there is no logic, absolutely no logic as to why it should be only 10 rupees. But because majority of the NFOs are at 10 rupees, now we believe that 10 rupees is something which is standardized. Okay. So people generally, other AMCs might not want to experiment with 1 rupee or 5,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees as an NAV. Okay. Top 3 things to be considered before investing in an NFO. Just try to see whether you're investing in a new theme or not. Super important point. I've given this example in one of my YouTube videos as well. I'm directly telling you, in my portfolio, I don't have even one bank's share. Disclosure alert. In my portfolio, I don't have even one bank's share. Can I compensate for that? Yes, I have invested in a bank Nifty in my mutual fund. So in simple words, I've invested in a mutual fund which invests in banks. So can I say I don't have a direct exposure to investment in bank, but I have an indirect exposure to investing in banks? So try and check whether you're not duplicating your portfolio. Try and check that you are at least investing in a new theme. Okay, this is from your own perspective. Don't try and duplicate your investment. Try and ensure whether you're diversifying or not, you're investing in a new theme or not. Okay. Also, one more thing, try to see whether this new theme is not but I have mutual funds which invest in banks. Okay, fantastic. Okay. I hope you have gotten this point, how we can look at this new theme ka point. Second one is conviction. See that you are feeling comfortable with what strategy. This is again relating to the previous point of objective and strategy. You should be convinced with the objective. You should be convinced with the strategy of how the NFO is positioning them, how the AMC is positioning themselves. If I have that conviction, then and only then I should be investing in that NFO. And very, very, very important, just don't get carried away by advertisements. Many NFOs will say, or you are getting an opportunity to invest only at 10, and they can do a peer comparison. Another Nifty mutual fund is trading at this much rupees. Other one is trading at this much rupees, and we are only at 10 rupees. 10 rupees doesn't mean that it is cheap. Okay. Sometimes if you're not a pro investor, you might get misled by advertisements. So don't get misled by the advertisement. First, you have to analyze the NFO properly, and then and only then should you invest in an NFO. Before we end this, this is the end of the presentation. But if you ask me my personal take on NFO, till date, have I invested in any NFO or not? My answer is, again, to be really honest, no. Till date, I have not invested even in one NFO. Reason is very simple. I'll tell you my reason on that. And this was the reason why I had not discussed NFOs at length in my mutual fund course. Okay. Simple reason is that if I were to invest in a mutual fund, base thing I like to check is how much is the 1-year track record. How much has the mutual fund performed in the last 3 years? How much has it performed in the last 5 years? Do I get to see all these things in an NFO? Answer is no. Okay, so it's very important as an investor in mutual funds. I generally would want to check how has the fund performed in the last few years, in the last few months, and then and only then would I want to invest in that specific mutual fund. So that is the reason why I generally prefer to stay away from NFOs. But could I invest in an NFO wherein returns is not a big deal because it's going to replicate the returns of some base underlying? something like an NFO which is coming up with NFO of Nifty. If you have seen my YouTube channel, I guess I had discussed about Navi Mutual Fund. Okay, Navi Mutual Fund is, again, Navi is an AMC. Okay, Navi Mutual Fund had come up with a new mutual fund. They had come up with an NFO, which was an index, Nifty index mutual fund. Now you only tell me how is it going to perform? Are if Nifty performs good, Navi's Nifty index mutual fund is going to perform nicely. If Nifty performs badly, Navi's Nifty index mutual fund is going to perform badly. In such scenarios, what do I have to check? I have to check their expense ratio, especially in case of index funds. You have to check expense ratio. If expense ratio is lower, then I do give a thumbs up for such cases, because expense ratio is something which becomes really crucial for me in the longer term. Gaurav Sharma is asking, do we get listing gains in NFO? Possible, but there are to whatever practical knowledge I have in mutual funds, to be really honest, I have seen comparatively very less mutual funds which are having a big listing gain as such. So again, that's the reason why again I want to stay away from NFOs. Rather than checking for listing gains, I do check what is the track record of mutual funds, right? I think this is what I had to talk about NFOs. A big welcome to all those who have joined in as new members. Priyanshu, thank you for the super chat. No questions asked. Vilasini, thank you for the cool sticker, but no questions asked. So that's it. Please don't ask any other questions which are about any other stocks. Rohit says, man, Navi's expense ratio is lowest of all. Yes, absolutely. In fact, that's how they had mentioned in their offer document as well, that whatever is the expense ratio in the industry right now, we are way below the average expense ratio as well. And that is where they were trying to portray themselves as better than others. Okay. Direct mutual fund versus normal mutual fund. Can you touch upon that as well? If you again ask me my choice is very obvious. It has to be direct mutual funds and not regular mutual funds. Why? In direct mutual funds, your expense ratio again is comparatively lower. Okay. With that, I guess I am done with whatever I wanted to talk about mutual funds, about NFOs. Two very important announcements coming up. Okay. Number first announcement is like normal. Everyone knows that now. Homework is there, and you have to do the homework by tomorrow 10 a.m. Okay. Tomorrow 10 a.m. we'll be withdrawing the Google form link. And if you are filling up the Google form, what are the advantages? If you are doing the homework for 7 days, okay, I'm repeating this. I told this on day one. If you are doing the homework for all 7 days, then at the end of the 7th day, we are going to have Shailu is saying new admission get liya, madam. Okay, at the end of the 7 days, everyone is doing homework for all 7 days. You will be invited to a Discord group, which will be titled as the Smart Students Discord channel, wherein you all will be a part of a single classroom. For those who don't know what is Discord, it's as good as a big WhatsApp group, but not on the WhatsApp platform, on a different platform, which is Discord. Okay. That's where you'll be able to interact with each other as well. And you can also share your views, share your knowledge with your fellow friends, I can say, or fellow classmates, I can say. So homework, I have, Puru is saying I have completed the homework. Fantastic. Okay. Nishant is saying quant mutual fund in brief. Okay. So I'm sure everyone, many of you might be knowing about what are quants. So these are quantitative techniques which are used. Okay. High-end math problems which are at the back end. If this, then what? If GDP goes up by this, then these sectors will benefit or not. If quarter on quarter result is this much, then what will happen? So a lot of quant, a lot of algorithm goes at the back end, and that's how mutual funds are shortlisted. Okay. So if you are investing in a quant based mutual fund, as I mentioned, there'll be a lot of stats, math, which will be happening at the back end. You need not worry about that. It's just that you need to believe on what is happening at the back end. And then and only then will you get more and more confidence in investing in that mutual fund. Before I take the last question for the day, someone was asking me, where do I get this t-shirt? And for that, let me pin the comment of the t-shirt. This is my organization only. Yesterday, someone said Akshay Ranade HUF. My means my husband's organization. So, though they like just, oh my God, too filmy, right? Okay, anyway, so I'm pinning the merchandise link. That's where you can get these cool t-shirts. You can't scare me. I trade options. We do have almost 4 or 5 designs, and very, very, very important. Today, for the very first time, I'm going to give you a special discount code for those who want to buy these cool t-shirts. There's also very nice diary, power bank diary. So it has a diary, it has a pen drive, it has a power bank, everything in a single diary. So if you want, I was just checking if I have this diary, my diary here. My diary is not here. Maybe I left it in the office. But if you want, you can surely check that out. As of now, what I'm doing, I'm just quickly pinning the coupon code for you all, which you can use to avail. Just 1 minute. Mm, yes, 1 minute. You can use the coupon code CARR Finance. Okay, I'm just entering this. CARR Finance is the coupon code which you can use to avail some discount and get a t-shirt. Advait says nobody can scare us. We follow CA Rachana Ranade. Okay. By the way, chalo. So moving back to our questions, just one last question and we'll be done for the day. The question which someone had asked about Quant Mutual Fund, which was Nishant, that is also, so I talked about quant based investing. Just wanted to also highlight on one more point. One is a quant based investing. Second one, if you are talking about if you are talking about quant mutual fund, so that is also one of the mutual fund AMC. So I'm to be really honest, I'm not sure if you're asking about that quant mutual fund AMC wala thing or quant based investing. But anyways, I've talked about both. You can choose whichever you were asking for, right? Last question for the day. Coin invests in demat form while Paytm etc invest in monetary form. Is there any pro con of having units issued in demat form? Both have their pros and cons. I personally love if my units of my mutual fund are directly there in my own demat account. I've not invested through Paytm, to be really honest, but I have heard that there are some issues regarding transferability and all that. But again, I don't think I should be commenting on that because I'm not 100% sure on what exactly happens if you're investing in mutual funds through Paytm or any other platform, right? One last question. Sampada asks, do we get any bonus and dividend if we invest in mutual funds? You don't get any bonus, but you do get dividend. There are various strategies as well, which mutual funds tell me, not exactly strategies, but there are different options. So it could be a dividend reinvestment plan. There could be a dividend payout plan. Okay, there could be multiple things. So that is how you can get dividend on mutual funds as well. Advait says there are a lot of issues with customer care of Paytm. I'm not sure, but I have not used it. Anyways, Cholo, I hope you have understood today's discussion. Don't forget to do the homework. I hope you have enjoyed this live stream. If you have, just say yes or just hit that like button so that I get more and more motivation to do more and more live streams. Tomorrow also, it's going to be a super interesting session on technical analysis, wherein we are going to talk about how to find out support, how to find out resistance. Acha, Jayesh is asking, where is homework? Our homework is there in the description box. Shreya says, great question in homework. Kya baat hai? Question is there in the description box. Whenever time permits, just go to the description box, click on that, and that's how you'll be able to do the homework. You'll be able to submit it. People are saying yes in the comment section, but if you hit that like button also, I'll be happy with that. Mehul is saying, wow, TA tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow TA. We are going to talk about pivot. It's going to be super interesting, is what I believe. So hopefully I'll see everyone here tomorrow as well in the class. Himanshu says, ma'am, defaulter assignment de do, but please consider for Discord group. Got delayed for first to test. Himanshu, I will have to see what sort of assignment I can give for a defaulter assignment. Himanshu, had you ever told your teacher to give you a defaulter assignment? But I'm glad that there are so many lovely students in the class who are not willing to bunk the classes. I'm really happy for that. So I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll think about the defaulter assignment, Himanshu. No worries on that. Okay. So till then, everyone, take care. Achha, one last quick question. Don't send super chats now. when we enter in index mutual fund, does the entry level matter? Yes, because if you're investing in an index mutual fund at 17,400, then automatically you're already investing at a very high level, na? So of course it's that level is going to matter, right? Okay, I guess that's it from my side, guys. Till then, take care. Jai Hind. Bye bye. See you tomorrow for the technical analysis session. Don't forget to miss it. Bye bye.